Why state wants Obado locked up for 15 days. It seems the rain just will not stop hitting Governor Obado. And of course, they're alluding to, the DPP alluding to deeper charges, gun charges for the governor. Migori, what do you make of this?
You know, for Obado, it's akin to when it rains, it pours. So if you look at this, the truth of the matter is there were no active gun-related investigations until the ESCC raided his home for purposes of obtaining documents and material in relation to a corruption case. It is being said that he has embezzled 2 billion shillings. And for me, I'm looking at it from a very strategic position that the DPP could be preparing for further charges against Obado. And the reason why is that they want to use these gun charges for purposes of ensuring that they hold him. Hold him further. And the purpose of these 15 days, essentially, you know, and it has been argued that this pre-trial detention is abnormal, I would say that. Because you just arrest someone because they have been in possession, and you just want to continue with your investigations as they continue being in custody. And you look at all the reasons that are being provided by the DPP, these are common reasons that they will always say, one, we have not completed investigation, we expect that you are going to unravel more, that they are serious charges. When they say that they could face more serious charges, you know what they acknowledge? That the offenses for which they are trying to charge him at that point cannot hold. Yes, and so they will go on a fishing expedition now to try and see if they can now get more charges for purposes of detaining him further. But whatever it is, he has a right to bail. And we expect that decision to be made today by Honorable Gandani on whether he's going to be admitted to bail or he's going to be locked up for further 15 days. But one thing I will say is this. I saw the headline in one of the other dailies, the Star, and it was a very funny caption. This man Obado, is he a thug, or there's a name that they used, and the question you ask yourself, why now the focus has shifted so much on Obado at this point, not just his activities as a governor, but also his political activities. Is there a deeper force behind whatever he's going through? And
you raise a very important point, which you can't ignore, the political aspect of this. His family, in a story yesterday, saying that this has been fueled by ODM leader Raila Odinga. This is political persecution. Honorable Kiro, I mean, this is things we see in the political space a lot. Do you feel this could be a play as well?
Yeah, well, we run the risk of being a pre-trial chamber for Obado. What I know is that Prime Minister Raila really does not have the gravitas in terms of government operations. Least of all, the prosecution arm of government in terms of capacity to influence. And therefore, it is very easy to blame anything on Raila. And even if there is no rain in South Nyanza, some people may say Raila has made it not possible for the rain to be there. Because the truth of the matter is that there are a number of suspicions and allegations against Obado, and they are very strong allegations. The issue of Sharon, the issue of the money, the 2 billion, and also now the latest issue of guns. And we hope the investigators are not going to drum up any charges that are fictitious, because we are moving away as a nation from that issue of vilifying somebody because he's of political persuasion other than the mainstream thinking. And I do not think the Jubilee government has that capacity also. I know the president is not somebody who can just be vindictive for no other reason than just to make somebody suffer. Well, I cannot say of the rest in government, but for the president I know is very straight and is somebody that cannot do that. So I don't think Haji is under any instructions from any quarter. Obado, I think, needs good lawyers, and I think he has two good lawyers, and Mwirigi may be joining them to deal with the issue. Because at the end of the day, you know, when you blame something on somebody, even when the issue has been settled, that blemish will not just get away. And this is the danger of having so many people being taken to court and messing names until corruption looks like it's commonplace. That is my take on this issue of Obado. But it just needs good lawyers and less of politicization of the issue. Because in Luo Nyanza, when you invite some of the names I'm hearing them inviting, you are not making your case better. They are making it worse. Because it will be now the rest of the community against Obado supporters. And those who, probably from Muriri and a few other pockets. Because predominantly South Nyanza, especially the Migori County, is still the domain of Raila, whether we like it or not.
And what does this mean just generally for the justice system, for the legal fraternity, when you see high-profile cases like this often taking a turn and sensationalized in the media? We are not innocent of this. What do you make of this? Because you get away from the facts of the case and a case being litigated the way it's supposed to be, and it's taken elsewhere. What does this mean for the justice system moving forward?
You see, there's one thing. When we splash headlines with some of these sensationalized cases, what happens is we try and prosecute them in the public domain. You have everybody with their own version of the truth, with their own version of justice. So there is already a predetermined outcome that the people expect. And you know, the public court is different from the court of justice. Because the public court will vilify you without basis. They do not know, and they will always have their own prejudices against you, which will be the basis of their conclusions. So anybody who sees like 10 headlines about Obado this 2 billion, Obado this Sharon, Obado these guns, they already have created an image of who Obado really is, of the person of Obado. So now going into the court, and I remember last time when one of the judges, when he was dealing with Jackie Maribe's case and for him, he said that he's an old school judge. He does not like to be influenced by whatever is going out there, whatever is being charged out through the media, through the blogs, and all that. And I believe that we still have a judicial system that is blind to whatever it is happening, and it is only guided by the evidence and the law before it. And I believe that should be the thing. And I don't believe that it is the new DPP's tactics to try and prosecute their cases in the public. That should not be the case. Cases should be tried in court. And based on the evidence that is already there, that is what should be the basis of any conviction or any what do you call it, or any acquittals that we are going to see in the future.